What's up, y'all? Quincy here. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to talk about gays and fitness and why we are so obsessed with fitness. In today's world, we're all aware of fitness and well-being, of working out and trying to make time to go to the gym. But as gay men, I think we kind of think about it a little bit more than the average person. In this video, we're going to get into my experience with fitness and body dysmorphia, as well as why I choose not to do steroids. But don't worry, I'm not going to hate on anyone who does do steroids. I'm just going to let you guys know why I personally choose not to do them. I grew up in a pretty active family. We were always doing something outdoors, whether that be hikes, playing a sport, or going for a walk, or whatever. My mom is a pretty active person. She's a go-getter, a former athlete, and she was always getting us out of the house and doing things. My brother, who is a few years older than me, was always into doing ab workouts or muscle workouts, and I think that's where my love for fitness kind of began. I distinctly remember when I was 11 or 12 years old doing P90X, and I had no business doing P90X. It was way too extreme for an 11-year-old, and honestly I don't think it's that healthy anyway, just because it's so extreme. But yeah, it was a different time. I was very young. I was getting into all of these fitness things and just trying things out and learning a lot about fitness and working out in general. I grew up playing tennis, so I was always on the courts working on some sort of fitness. But it wasn't until college when I really started working out, trying to gain muscle. And I think my desire to be bigger and to gain muscle stemmed from a few different things. If you didn't watch my coming out story, you can check it out here. I'm gonna link it. In that video, I talked about being bullied as a kid, and I definitely think that that was a motivator to me wanting to gain muscle and be bigger, just because I thought that if I was bigger, if I had more muscle, I would be more manly, people wouldn't make fun of me, and I wouldn't have to worry about it. So when I got to Penn State freshman year, I was 17 years old. I had been working out somewhat seriously for about a year, but not anything that was crazy. I wasn't really taking any supplements. I wasn't following a routine to gain muscle. I was just kind of doing it because I wanted to be bigger, but I didn't really have the tools or the knowledge to really string all the things together in order to gain muscle or to do any of the things I really wanted to. Once I got to college, I started to do a lot more research on how to gain muscle, what supplements I should take, and just working out in general. And it really helped that my university had 3 gyms, like really nice gyms. The biggest one was right across the hall from my dorm. So I was there at 6:30 every morning from freshman year until I want to say junior year. And those 2.5 years of me working out consistently, eating a lot, taking protein supplements, and really just learning how to work out effectively in order to achieve your goals really helped me not only grow a lot, but it also gave me some really helpful knowledge and tools that I can carry throughout my life on how to stay fit, how to maintain your fitness, how to eat well, and just general overall health. But during this time, and even before college, I had been struggling a lot with body dysmorphia. Now, if you don't know what body dysmorphia is, I'll put a definition right here. But basically, it is when someone perceives themselves to have some kind of flaw or something wrong with their body or their appearance, and they really can't stop thinking about it. When I was struggling with body dysmorphia as a kid, I saw this picture on Tumblr, and it really spoke to me because it really kind of showed me what body dysmorphia was in a way that I could understand. And of course, now I have a better understanding of what body dysmorphia is and how to deal with it. But back then, I was really struggling with it. Because I was a skinnier kid, I really struggled with how long and lanky my arms are. And for someone who is 6 feet, I have absolutely huge feet, size 13, really big hands, long arms, extremely long legs, and not so long of a torso. And that's something that I really was aware of and self-conscious of as a kid. And even to this day, I still struggle with thinking I'm too skinny or thinking I'm really long and lanky. But it has gotten a lot better over the years because I have taken steps to really try to think positively about my body, and also because I've learned a lot about how to work out effectively to gain muscle so that I have been able to grow and get bigger over the years. And that has really helped me not only be more confident, but also to see myself the way that others see me. And a lot of the time people just kind of brush off body dysmorphia because they don't have a complete understanding of what it is. And they'll just say, you look great, you look fantastic, you shouldn't worry about how you look, when that doesn't really address the problem at its core. Once I graduated college in 2016, I had gained about 20 to 25 pounds of muscle. I had hit my highest weight ever at about 194, I believe it was, because I had been so diligent about working out. I had been taking pre-workouts, I had been taking creatine, I had been taking obviously whey powder, as well as mass gainer, and eating as much as I could. I would bring plastic containers to the dining hall, but I would eat there, fill the containers, and then bring them back to my dorm room and put them in the fridge for later. And that's kind of how I gained a lot of weight throughout college. I think those 4 years of working out diligently, following a detailed routine, eating healthily, and eating a lot really showed me what I could achieve if I really just set my mind to it. And that was pretty inspiring. To be quite honest, that helped me a lot with my body dysmorphia struggles. I think by the time I graduated, I saw myself and I perceived myself more like how other people saw me. And I'm not saying that today I'm completely cured of body dysmorphia or anything like that, but I am able to control it a lot better. And on days when I struggle with body dysmorphia a little bit more than the norm or more than usual, I now have ways to control it and how to think more positively about myself and take a step back and just say, okay, you're going off the deep end here with all these negative thoughts. You need to just chill out for a second and think about all of the progress that you've made over the years and understand that fitness is not a one and done. It's something that is continuous throughout life, and you have to maintain your fitness levels. You have to use it or you lose it. And that's something that I've really come to understand over the years, especially in the past year or so, because of a lot of the inactivity that we all experienced during the COVID lockdowns. And coming out of those, just trying to get back to the normal fitness levels that we were proved to be very difficult and harder than I had anticipated. Steroids. I have been tempted many times to just do steroids. I've dated people who have done steroids. I've had a lot of friends who have done steroids. And in the past, I've been kind of negative about people using steroids. I admit that I've been somewhat judgmental, but since then I've kind of realized that it's not cool to judge anyone on their own choices as long as they're not hurting anyone else. But I still am very wary of steroids and the health risks that they pose, as well as the psychological effects that they can cause. So I think the first time that I considered doing steroids was in 2017 when I had moved to Miami. As everyone knows, the culture in Miami is very much about being hot, looking good, being sexy, and who doesn't want to be those things? I learned about a couple of the different types of steroids, the ones that you can shoot into your ass, the ones that you can take by pill, and I came really close to doing them. But I had always been cautious about steroids because of the health risks that they can cause. I had seen a lot of people do them, and I was just kind of scared, honestly, of what could happen if I did them, whether that be in a month or in 10 years. Just to give you guys some facts, anabolic steroids in the short term can cause paranoia, can cause roid rage, which is basically just extreme irritability. It can cause delusions or false beliefs, impaired judgment, mania. In the long term, anabolic steroids can cause kidney or liver problems or even failure, liver damage, including the possibility of tumors. It can cause an enlarged heart, high blood pressure, changes in cholesterol. All of these things increase your likelihood of having a heart attack. And that's not just for old people, that's also for young people. So after learning about all of these long-term health risks, I ultimately decided there's no way I'm gonna do this. I already knew that high blood pressure runs in my family, so I didn't want to mess around with that. And just seeing the possibility of an enlarged heart, of liver or kidney damage, I was thinking, okay, I might be healthy now and I might take them now and be healthy for the next 10 years, but how is it gonna affect me in the long term? And if anyone ever tells me that they are thinking about doing steroids, these are the things that I bring up. And I'm not here to stop anyone from doing what they want to do, but I think that people really need to be aware of the potential long-term health effects that steroids can cause. I'm someone who wants to be around as long as I can. Maybe that'll change in 50 years when I'm 80 years old and ready to die. But I think that when I'm 25, I don't want to put my health at risk, especially after going through COVID and kind of having to worry about those potential long-term side effects. Doing steroids is kind of like that in the sense that you never really know what's gonna happen in 20, 30 years. So for me, that was the deterrent. I couldn't even think about it anymore after reading all of those potential problems that I could have in the future. Another reason why I decided not to do steroids was because of the psychological effects. And I'm not talking about those short-term brain effects that I just listed. I'm talking about the potential psychological effects such as body dysmorphia that could prevent me from feeling confident, that could prevent me from feeling like I'm enough. In my opinion, when a person is taking steroids to achieve this perfect muscular physique, they're kind of going down a slippery slope. And when I say that, what I mean is, when is enough going to be enough? Mentally, you might become dependent on them because you're always wanting to grow, to get bigger muscles, to look better. I have heard that there are certain steroids that are not as risky for your health. I personally don't know too much about them just because, I'm happy being natural and trying to grow just with my diet and my workouts. Why are gays so obsessed with fitness? Are we though? Are we really more obsessed with fitness than the average straight person? I don't know, it's a good question. I think that our culture, gay culture, is extremely sexualized. Like I said earlier in the video, I think a lot of gays want to be bigger, maybe because they were bullied as kids and they want to feel like more masculine. I think it definitely has to do with, feeling hot, feeling sexy, wanting to feel like a man, because a lot of the times growing up, a lot of gay men were made fun of, they were bullied. I think a lot of gay men desire to be muscular and big because it is seen as hot, because it's seen as sexy, but also because in our childhoods, a lot of us were made to feel less than. We were made to feel like we weren't manly enough because we were gay, and maybe some of that trauma stayed with us through adulthood, and maybe now that's how we work through it. I don't really know. That would be my guess for my case. As gay men, we face a lot of pressure to fit into this masculine archetype that really doesn't exist. This perfect image of the masculine, muscular gay man. It's something that a lot of us strive to be, but in reality, what really is that? It's just a facade. All of it is a facade. The things that really matter are not on the outside, they are on the inside. And as cheesy as that sounds, it's true. You definitely need to balance the importance of having a healthy body and being fit with, everything else that matters. All of the good things that make you you, your awesome personality, your good characteristics, all of that. It should never be all solely focused on having a healthy, hot body. We have to have this balance in life. So that is my 2 cents on that. And that's about it. This guy is gonna be happy that I'm done. No bite. If you guys have any fitness questions that you think I could help out with, feel free to leave a comment below. If you like this video, please like it, share it, whatever you want to do. Also, if you want to see more of my videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Not only do I appreciate it, but it really does help me out a lot. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.